Surrender does not mean you forget about your twin flame. Surrender does not mean you move on from the situation because it sucked and pretend like all the things that happened had nothing to do with you. That is spiritual bypassing. And I see a lot of people get these mixed up. But actual surrender is key to you coming into union and maintaining your union with your twin flame. So that brings us to, what does surrender actually look like? Surrender means you acknowledge the desire you have. You acknowledge the experience you're having, whether it feels like a good experience in a given moment or a negative experience in a given moment. And you let that be without trying to control how the next step will unfold. That's what surrender is. Surrender is you accepting your feelings for your twin flame. Surrender is accepting if you feel upset with your twin flame. Surrender is accepting when you feel tired and you don't know what to do next. Surrender is accepting that you do have a dream in your heart to be with a partner who meets you in every way, right? So surrender begins with accepting the desire you have and the experience you are having. But when we, quotation mark, surrender and begin to ignore the experience we're having or pretend like the past never happened, or choose to try to push ourselves to act like we don't care about our twin flame, that becomes spiritual bypassing. So you're numbing out, essentially. And if your goal is to numb out, that'll work, but it's not going to move you forward on the twin flame journey. So what this will come to, right, is how do we actually surrender from a genuine place? Because when you're really having a difficult time on your twin flame journey, or you feel really attached and scared to lose your twin flame, it can feel like impossible or really difficult to surrender. So I want to clarify, surrendering is a choice, right? But the inner work to surrender on deeper and deeper levels and understand in your heart what it means to surrender and feel peace surrendering, that inner work is a process. Okay. And that is why in literally every video I do, I link the mirror exercise in the description as a starting point. The mirror exercise, if you haven't heard of it before, is a spiritual tool to do the inner work on any part of your journey, but it's specifically going to be very powerful on your twin flame journey, right? So you have to start there. And I do see people start the mirror exercise and they're not, quite sure if they're doing it right, or, what the result is supposed to be, or even how to love themselves, which is a key part. It's the centerpiece of the mirror exercise. And that is where a twin flame ascension coach will help you, which is what I do. Okay. You can find out how to work with me below as well. But step one is doing the inner work and the mirror exercise. It is a process of inner work to come to a place of genuine surrender, because you're pulling back layers of attachment, of fear that it won't work out, of resentment for what happened in the past, of seeing clearly what happened in the past, of taking responsibility for your experiences and your feelings. And all of those layers get pulled back until you come to a place where you feel ready to make that final surrender in your twin flame journey. And as you make that final surrender into just who you are, right, into the truth and into love, then your union can come to fruition and be maintained. But your inner work and doing the inner work and healing through the messy things that have come up on your twin flame journey, that is the key. Like, you have to confront that in order to actually surrender here, right? And to maintain that state of peace and trust and relaxation on your journey. It is a spiritual achievement, right? It's a process. It's something you work towards. Like if you go to a gym, being able to, I don't know, like bicep curl 50 pounds, right, is a process you get to and you earn by working your way up from wherever you start. So if this video helped you, be sure to like it, subscribe for more, and I will see you next time.